Yeah, hi. Hi, everyone. We are starting a brand new route today. So, good time to be coming in for Mysteria. We are doing Lupin's route. The Phantom Thief Lupin. And I have a save file prepped for Lupin's route right here. So this is our first new dialogue for his route. Yeah, because you started playing the better game, so I tuned in. Oh wait, I can't listen to it. Oh, I can't go back. Well, let's start with your message, Lupin. Here we are. At least I can recover while watching your stream. I have no idea what type of cipher this is, do you? Does the game sound alright?
そうね。特徴としてアルファベットの他にアンドが頻繁に入っているから。
Well, the most distinctive thing about it is that there are lots of ampersands in addition to standard letters.
すごい。
I hadn't even noticed that. Then you recognize it, Miss Whiteley?
確か
I think I do. I believe it's... Baffling statement. Limbus gave me really bad headache when I tried playing it. Yeah, well, eating mac and cheese gives me a headache. I don't call it a bad food. It's just... Moggy's just saying that Mysteria is better than Limbus in her opinion. This is... Oh, shit. I don't know. Marie Antoinette? That sounds really long. Hold on. Let me get the Lupin route. Not Code Realize. Lupin route. Mysteria. Wrong Otome game. Yeah, there are at least 2 Otome games with Arsène Lupin in it. Although this is the child of Arsène and Code Realize is just literally Arsène. Let me see. Oh, I was right. It is Marie Antoinette. The cipher used by Marie Antoinette. Yeah, I didn't call it bad. I said Mysteria is better. Yeah. Oh, yes, that sounds familiar.
前に先生が授業で話してた暗号ですよね。ミス・ホワイトリー。よく覚えてましたね。僕、すっかり忘れてました。
I don't remember studying this at all because I feel like that was like months ago for me. We studied this in class, didn't we? You have such a sharp memory. I've forgotten all about it. I honestly just saw that dialogue box was longer than the other, so I assumed that that was the correct one, as tends to be the case. Okay, let's skip forward. Oh, the guy doesn't even say anything about this. I'm just gonna let it time out, so that I know I fuck up. There we go. Give up. We're not going for a catchy. It's in the cipher used by Marie Antoinette. This must be from Lupin. I do like how Lupin's like IRL name is like a mispronunciation of Lupin. Lupin. Like that's what a lot of people think Lupin like is pronounced if you don't process that it's French. This is a bit of a challenge, but I think I can do it.
君の笑顔に感謝と愛を。
To your smile, I offer my thanks and my love. I don't know if I should think him daring or oblivious. Do you think Lupin is aggressively suppressing his French accent? Yeah, I got this headcanon that when Lupin is Lupin, he tries his best to like have like an American accent. Pronounce Lupin like licking. Oh, licking? Licking. I peeked towards Lupin, who looked as though all of his energy had left him upon discovering Mr. Mackenzie was in good health. I wanted him to die. Yeah, American, yeah. Yeah, he can't be British. Cause then his Frenchness will be too obvious. Because like he's in Britain. If he puts on a fake British accent, people will be like, you're faking that. So he has to put on a different accent. So he puts on an American accent. That's my headcanon. Our gazes met briefly, but he looked away from me with flushed cheeks. Oh, that's a cute sprite.
でも嬉しいわ。どうもありがとう。
I still like the letter, whatever his intent. Thank you, Lupin. Well, a very good cheeseburger to you, Emily. London appropriated his accent. I gently closed my fingers around the message. I folded the message and placed it carefully in my pocket. Oh, wait. You can just skip that. Skip it. And we're gonna skip all of this. Miss Whiteley, let me help.
まあルーピン、手伝って
Ah,
くれるの？
Lupin. It's no trouble. I'd like to be greeted with a cheeseburger, right? You just like meet someone and then they give you a cheeseburger? That'd be peak.
はい。女性を一人
None
に
at
残
all.
していくなん
It
て
doesn't sit well with me to leave a
できませんし。
lady all alone. God, you know how some characters like dramatically throw a rose? Lupin throws a hot dog! He's like, they'll never know that I'm Lupin. I throw hot dogs instead of roses.
ありがとうルーピン。それじゃ
It's a chili cheese dog specifically, I think. Well, he got his accent from watching Sonic. Whoa! Well, aren't you considerate? Let's finish here before the fog gets any thicker then, shall we? So, I'm trying to confirm. This version you're playing, I assume, is based off of the re-release, the upgraded version or whatever. Yeah. The Japanese version of this should be Eikoku Tante Mysteria The Crown. So romantic. He'd be best boy for sure, for real.
はい。
Yes,
任せてください。
let's. We divided the week between us and set about tidying the area. There's just someone we haven't run into yet that apparently only exists in this version? Huh. So maybe they appear in Lupin's route?
そういえば今日のあなたのお弁当は
By the by, you said it was your father who made your lunch today.
はい。
I did, yes.
はい。
I've no idea how he found out about the picnic,
今
but
日が
he was
課
adamant
外
about
授業で
preparing
ピク
something
ニッ
for
クだ
it.
と知ったらしく、今日はこんな手料理を。
Aw, his dad Arsene made him lunch?
まあ羨ましいわ。ルーピンはお父様に本当に大切にされているのね。
I'm so envious. He must love you with all his heart.
うん。
Just like a re-release SMT
Oh.
waifu.
僕はミス・ホワイトリーの洗練されたお弁当がすごく羨ましい
Speaking
で
of
す。
That fucking Cosmo Kaneko AI generated crypto chain mobile company fucking card game. He is so washed up. He's so washed up. Who let him out of the flower fields? Well, speaking of, I was envious of your food. Everything was so extravagant. As expected of the gentleman thief.
特に僕
Dude, that sucks. I used to love his art. Yeah, he's such like an NFT bro.
ごちそうになりたいくらいです。
Like I know when his NFTs came out, people are like, oh, he probably doesn't know. But like there was like an interview that like shows that he seems to be very aware of the NFT crypto AI scene. So, considering that this is also by a blockchain company that is doing AI generation modules based off of his art, I think he is very much like one of those people, which sucks. At least I don't think he's doing the remake. People fucking acting like he's stupid and doesn't know what he's doing. Yeah, like, would you think he lives under a rock? But yeah, at least the Raido remake, I don't think the new art is by him. I think he lives in a flower field. He should stay in the flower field. Yeah, he should go back there. Stop making crypto scheme games. Scotch eggs were my favorite. I'd eat those again if I could.
あのお料理は私が作ったのよ。あんまり綺麗に作れなかったけれど。
I was the one who made those, which was why they didn't look quite as polished as the rest of the food.
So,
You did?
そうだった
But
ん
they were
ですか。
so delicious that I never once thought
美味しくて
about how they looked.
形
Okay.
なんて
Lupin's already on my good side.
どうもありがとう。
Thank you.
ルーピンが喜
If
んで
you
くれて
enjoyed
嬉しいわ
them, it was worth my while making
頑張っ
them.
てお台所に立った甲斐があったわ。
He compliments my cooking. Not many people do that.
そんな
You
お礼を
you
言う
don't
の
need to
は
thank me.
ごちそう
I'm
に
the
なっ
one
た
who should be
僕の
thanking
方です
you.
よ。
By the time we finished the last of our work, the area had become enshrouded by thick fog. Holmes indirectly compliments your cooking by calling you fat. Yeah, eat more of that shit. Get fatter.
なんだか霧が濃くなってきたわね。
It's so difficult to see now. Yeah, I'm still not over him saying that. God. Saying that, I turned around to where Lupin had been. Only to find that he was no longer there.
ルーピン？ルーピン？
Lupin?
どこに？
Where are you, Lupin? You must eat good.
ミスホワイトリーどこですか？
Miss Whiteley, where are you? Wants to make foie gras out of Emily. You must eat good. I could hear his voice from far away. Frantically, I set off in the direction it was coming from.
ルーピン？どこにいるの？
Lupin? I can't see you anywhere. It's like 2 or 3 separate instances. It's wild. God, I hate this guy. After walking for a short time, I could finally make out the faint silhouette of a person. It was from the same direction as Lupin's voice at that, so I presumed it to be him.
ルーピン？ルーピンなの？
Lupin? Is that you, Lupin? He sounds like a bottom. He's a top pretending to be a bottom. I edged closer to the figure, but rather than get closer, it almost seemed to move farther away.
あ、待って。
Wait! Jesus, long-necked furf. What is this? A green heron! Oh my god, that neck! Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh, excuse me. Stupid, very short piano loop. I hate that stinger. Emily Lupin is the real Yuri shit. And then let's skip through this. I'm gonna take the back alley.
声が聞こえるわ。こっちに
Bird has the same neck size as Elio. Eh? Do I have a long neck? Miss Whiteley. Lupin fell to the ground with an unpleasant smack before he reached me.
ルーピン大丈夫
Lupin, are you hurt? You had to eat the foliage.
大丈夫です。
No,
僕の
no,
ことよりも
never mind me. He jumped straight back up without hesitation and pulled me close, his hands cupping both of my cheeks. He was terribly flustered from panic.
君こそ大丈夫ですか？
You're not hurt, are you? Nothing happened? Not a thing, Lupin.
私は大丈夫よ
それなら
My
よかった。
God.
心配してくれて
You're
あ
so
りがとう
sweet to worry about me.
あの
But I'm very well, promise. You may remove your hands if you'd like. I cast my eyes downwards as my voice dropped to a flushed whisper.
え？
Huh?
ああ、ごめんなさい。僕はいきなりなんてことを。
Look at me. I should be more of a gentleman right now. Oh, like the gentlemanly thief, Lupin. Speaking of, your name is really similar to his name. You just kind of added an E to your name. How crazy is that? Lupin waltzed back in yet another dramatic movement. He'd gone through such an impressive range of them in so short a time. It was a small wonder he seemed out of breath solely because of me.
あ、本当にすみません。
I hadn't intended to do that.
それに僕ミス・ホワイトリーを一人にして怖い思いまでさせてしまって。
And I mean the same for leaving you alone. I hadn't meant to, but because I did, you had to go through such a terrifying experience on your own. It didn't sit well with me to see him scolding himself. Oh, hi there, Jelix! Welcome, welcome!
そんなに自分を責める必要はあ
Where
りま
did
せ
you
ん。
come from, Pendleton? I just kind of headcanon that Pendleton just stalks Emily around. You needn't be so hard on yourself.
ええペンデルトンの言う通りよ
How's it going? It's going pretty good.
私が
My tummy is nice and full. I'm feeling pretty good right now. I had a really good sandwich. He's absolutely right. None of this would have happened if I hadn't ran off.
私の方こそごめんなさいルーピンに心配をかけてしまって
I should be the one apologizing to you. I caused you so much worry.
でも
Yeah, how you doing,
そう
Jelix?
やっぱり
Still,
すみません。
still, it doesn't make me any less apologetic.
さて、
Regardless, this hardly seems the place to be having lengthy conversations and apologies.
馬車にお乗りくだ
Let
さ
us
い。
retire to the
ご
carriage.
自宅までお送りいたし
Lupin,
ます。
we shall take you to your home as well.
でも僕
What?
この後
But
学校に用事があるので。
I have something that needs tending to at the academy for He's like, I don't want you to know where I live.
それなら学園まで送れ
Then we shall take you to the academy. Will that be alright, Pendleton?
ええ、もちろん。
Certainly.
そう、それじゃあ
If you
お言葉
insist.
に甘えて。
We all climbed into the carriage and set off for Harrington. Pendleton's sigh was the first thing to break another lengthy silence. Yeah, I had for my lunch, I had a roast beef sandwich with melted jack cheese, with grilled peppers and onions, with a chipotle mayonnaise on a ciabatta roll. It was really good. It's from one of my favorite sandwich places. It's kind of like a local, little like hole in the wall sandwich place. I used to love going over there when I worked at the movie theater. I'd always go there on my lunch breaks, and it's been forever since I had one of their sandwiches. I also got London Fog from there, which I thought was appropriate for today's stream. Also, thank you for the follow, Tianaverse. I hope you enjoy it here. Pendleton's sigh was the first thing to break yet another lengthy silence. Oh, chilling like a villain. Just booted up a game I wanted to play, and first thing I see is a dead person. Oh, what game is it? My lady, I'm going to be very frank with you.
いい加減自ら危険に首を突っ込む癖を控えてください。
For heaven's sake, please do something about your unfortunate habit of sticking your nose into danger.
ペンデルトンさん、ごめんなさい。僕のせいで。
More at fault than she is, sir. If I hadn't caught up, is he like the first? No, I think Watson also took accountability. I think okay. I was about to be like, is he the first one that took accountability for that? But no, I think others have. I think it was just I'm used to Holmes. It's called Odin Sphere. Oh, I need to play that game too.
ルーピンは悪くないわ。だからあまり自分を責めないで。
Nonsense. You keep speaking ill of yourself when you shouldn't. Pendleton, she's never gonna fix her bad habit with danger. Yeah, she's going out with a phantom thief right now.
気になることがあるの。モラン大佐という人物について。
I'd overheard something I fear I must discuss, however. Something involving a Colonel Morin.
お嬢様、その名をどこで？
I am a fan of his hair, to be honest. Oh, Lupin's? Yeah, I really like his design. He literally is just Joker Persona 5, but with blonde hair. My lady, where did you hear that? Lupin cocked his face slightly as though perplexed. Yeah, I've always been meaning to play Odin Sphere, but I just never got around to it. I also need to play 13 Sentinels. Pendleton, however, appeared quite grave upon the mention of Colonel Morin.
さっき霧の中でそう呼ばれていた人がい
Found out I could download it on PlayStation and I finally can play. Ooh. Yes, earlier. There was a man with me in the fog by that name.
その名前の人物は過去
What
に
if
逮捕され
Joker was right?
ルキ
What if
懲役を
Joker
言い渡
was
された。
French? Oh no. Colonel Morin was arrested a long time ago and sentenced to life in prison.
でも実際に私ははっきりと聞いたわ。
But I heard his name.
脱
I
獄し
can't
た
be mistaken, can I? What if he perhaps is broken free?
いいえ、
No, as
彼は
far as
今
I'm aware,
ロンドン島に
he's
収
still
監
locked
され
in
て
the
いる。
Tower of London.
ひょっとして
Is it
似た名
possible
前と
you
聞き間違え
misheard?
たりしたんじゃ。
But Alright, let's skip. Personally, I'm a Lupin the Third truther. What's your bet, by the way, chat? Do you think
盗まれた宝
Do you
物。
think Lupin's route will be good or bad? We're kind of at a tie now after Jack's route for like good and bad. Mid. The morning began as any other at the breakfast table.
お嬢様、今朝の紅茶はアールグレーでございます。
I present for your pleasure, Earl Grey, my lady. Oh, I have Earl Grey too. I have London Fog Tea, which is Earl Grey. An aroma of citrus gave the room a certain exquisiteness from every corner.
もういいわペンデルトン。
I've had enough, Pendleton. Yet I did not feel equally exquisite. I enjoyed the tea, with one ladylike sip before placing it back down on its saucer, a sigh escaping my lips.
お嬢様、
Whatever has you so
一
blue,
体
my
どうした
lady?
んです？
There is the day you
お
would
嬢
not
様が
request
デザートをご
dessert.
所望なさらない
Could you
なん
be
て
nervous?
まさか
I don't like
緊張
them.
で貴族階級の茶会に参加されるのは初めて。
Is it because of his, like, not gentleman thief behavior? Because it's Sinclair-like? This is, after all, your first time attending an upper-class tea party. And I'm being positive.
緊張なんてしてないわペンデルトン。私はこれでも当主なのよ。
Me? Nervous? Not so. Perhaps I don't look the part, but I am the head of House Whiteley, and I will not be shaken by a simple tea party. I need to try more teas, to be honest. Yeah. I need to have more teas, too. I tend to just buy, like, Earl Grey, or, like, chai, or matcha. I need to buy more teas. If you speak the honest truth, then I'd appreciate if you stopped glaring at the flowers so displeasingly.
そんな食虫植物でも見るような目で見つめては、丹精込めて育ててくれた庭師たちが気の毒ですよ。
Think of the gardeners who went to such great pains to raise them for your table. It would break their hearts to know the fruits of their labor were being treated as the likes of insectivores.
あら、私は綺麗な
I like this fake wet cat of a boy.
同じようにめでてみせるわよ。
I'll have you know that I love all plants equally, beautiful, insectivorous, or otherwise.
そうですね。分け隔てないお嬢様は、そのまま有毒植物もめでてしまうでしょう。
Too true. I never meant to doubt how accepting you were of poison. I mean, we have encountered many women in this game that have fed me poison. At this point, I'm used to it.
残念ながら、ホワイトリー家の庭園ではそういった植物は育てておりませんが。
A pity that we don't have any such flowers in the mansion's garden to test your boundless compassion.
知っているわよ、そんなこと。残念ながらとか言わないでちょうだい。
I am well aware of how loving I am without your input, Pendleton. The Whiteley family was in possession of a vast garden. The ground became adorned with color routinely by the gardeners, peppering white foundation with reds and blues and yellows and whatever else more excitable than walls, giving me a new sight to appreciate outside of my window every morning. He's a bitch, and also a fake bitch. Flowers delivered in excess were then brought inside by the servants, and so when I exited my room for the day, I was greeted once more by color decorated with neat calculation, as their placement had always been as sensible to me as arithmetic was always correct. I would say it would be hard to fuck up on Lupin, but they somehow fucked up on Jack. Yeah, let's hope they don't fuck up. And today, I'd been awakened to a breakfast table decorated by orchids in a glass vase. I hope he was written by the Akechi scriptwriter.
女王陛下のパーティーで大活躍されました。
Let's hope.
お嬢様を招きたいと思うのも
Let's hope there are two writers and the locked roots were designated for like whoever the fuck wrote Watson's route to write Jack's route and whoever wrote Akechi's route to write Lupin's. You made quite an impression at Her Majesty's birthday party, so I was confident you would be invited to more in time.
お嬢様。
But of course, my lady, I would ask that you act from beginning to end in a way befitting of the House Whiteley name. Oh, hi there, Merida Hatchet! Hello, hello! Enjoy your lake! Welcome!
言われなくたって分かって
I
い
know
るわよ
only too well, Pendleton. You needn't remind me.
よし、
Alright,
気合も
it's
十
time
分
we get
よ。
going. Now hurry up and ready the carriage.
大至急。
かしこまりました。
As you wish, my lady.
しかし
On
お
one
嬢様、
condition.
茶会でその
I
ような
beg that you
言葉遣い
address
は
those
アウトです
present at
よ
the party with greater respect than that. Once satisfied, we set off for another residence on the outskirts of the city. The mansion had taken roughly an hour to reach, but upon my arrival, it seemed that it had a garden that was even more immaculate than mine. Mmm, delicious poison. It's got a nice kick to it, you know? Within it were tables draped in blue cloth, teapots stationed at their center, and the scent of Darjeeling, agreeing wonderfully with the flore. Okay, so I'm gonna assume Lupin's gonna come in here. And he's gonna steal something from this mansion, right?
新聞で記事は拝見しましたが、ホワイトリー家のお嬢さんは実に活発ですな。
I've read your names in the papers, but they did nothing to express how spirited a lady you are.
本当に。
Ooh,
それに
I like her design.
耳麗しい
I
容
quite
姿だわ。
agree, and her beauty stuns the senses upon sight. Is she, you know? Standing and sitting, discussing, drinking, and laughing with a chested huff that lacked vibrancy with the nobility. They dressed for the occasion, of course, and they kept their manners and straight backs as did I. against my unease.
しかしその
It
若
must
さ
be
で
very
家を背負うの
difficult
は
thing
大
to
変だ
bear
ろ
such responsibility with
庭園
your
や工場
your
など
family has
大
wealth
層
with
な
the
財産も
gardens
持っ
and
てい
even
るそうじゃない
factories
か
to its name, does it not? Oh, I had no idea Emily had factories. I leave all my affairs to someone I trust deeply. Of course, capable personnel are as treasured an asset as any other. My family is in possession of some modest wealth, but I fear I can only truly boast of our castle. This wa? Yeah, neither does she. The eyes of those within earshot twinkled.
それはすごい。わしはあの黄金の杯を持っておりますが、なんの。
A castle, you say? Mine is in possession of the Holy Grail. An illustrious piece to our name, of course, but it pales in comparison to a castle. Oh. Uh-oh. You got the Holy Grail? We better not have a Holy Grail war up in here, then.
いえいえ、私も女王陛下の分家より賜った先祖代々の探検がございますが。
Illustrious, indeed. Our only relic of similar variety is a short sword bequeathed by a member of the royal family. It's been passed down for generations, you know. Lupin's gonna steal the Holy Grail, isn't he?
いや。
Goodness.
皆さんは一体何がしたいのかしら。
What on earth are they doing? They're showing off by talking about what rich things they own, Emily.
ホワイトリー家も女王陛下の肖像画をお持ちでしょ？
Ah, yes. The Whiteley family has a portrait of Her Majesty, if I recall.
それは貴重な一品ですな。
My, what a rarity. It's not often one can see a portrait of Queen Victoria. Nah, they'd be sending out their servants in a bit. I hope ours is Lupin.
ぜひともこの目に収めてみたいものですわ。
Oh, to get a glimpse of it with my own eyes.
大変申し訳ありませんが、肖像画は家宝ですのでお見せできません。
Forgive me, but the portrait is a family heirloom, and as such, I'm afraid I cannot show it. A Holy Grail would look nice in our living room. Yeah, it'd really brighten up the place. We should get another cup and place it right next to each other. Just to keep the feng shui of our house intact.
まあそう固いこと言わずに。
Come now, there's no need to be so strict.
それぐらいにしておきたまえ。
I think that will do. That is a very nice grail, but why not have two in the same table? Oh, is this the new character that Dwarf was talking about? Behind me, a slim gentleman carrying a handsome aged composure entered the conversation. Is this our son? Oh, Earl Beckford.
確かベックフォード伯爵。
This is Earl Beckford, I think. I don't like him. He was the host of the party, and currently, from my perspective, my savior. I don't know if I could have taken much more prying. Pick up that loose hair.
本日は
It's been a pleasure to be invited here today, your
ありがと
lordship.
うございます。
君がミスホワイト
You're
に
Miss Whitley, I presume. Yes, I am.
本日は招待
Thank
に
you
応じてく
dearly
れ
for
てありがと
coming.
う。ご両親に
Your
は昔
parents did much for me in my younger years. I've always hoped to one day speak with you as
い
their
つか
daughter.
話をさせてもらいたいと思ってい
Oh,
たの
this
だ
guy's gonna die, isn't he? If he's acquainted with my parents, with Emily's parents, he's gonna die.
光栄です。
I'm honored that you would say so.
さて
Well,
少し
would you
歩
care
き
to
ながら
accompany
話で
me
も
on
し
a
よ
bit
う
of a stroll? My conversation with the Earl was much more genuine. We walked around the mansion, smiling, laughing, in a way more true than others I'd seen. Between lighter subjects were heavier ones as well, and never once did I suspect he would twist our engagement to a contest of earnings. Can you imagine walking around and a moist strand of hair is flopping around, hitting you in the face?
いや
Oh, I
せっかく
do
来てくれたのに
apologize for no doubt
つまらない
boring you
話に
after you were
巻き込むし
gracious enough to attend. It's a long one, from forehead to cheek. Yeah, he looks like he used some gel to slick back his hair. So why is this strand there?
そん んなことあり
Oh,
ません
you've done
わ
no such thing.
紅茶もお
The
菓子
teen
も
food were
美
both
味しかったですもの
delicious too. He thinks that this is like fashionable attire.
それはよかった。
I'm pleased to think
今日
so.
のために
It
準備
makes
した甲
preparing
斐があっ
them
た。
feel worth the effort.
先ほどはありがとうございました。その助かりました。
I'd like to express my gratitude for stepping in earlier also. You saved me, I must admit.
家宝はかけがえのないものだ。君はそれをよくわかっている。
Family heirlooms are priceless treasures not to be flaunted. It warmed my heart to see you understand that.
よかっ
The
たら
fuck
今
is
日出した
wrong with
紅
his
茶を君に分けてあ
cravat?
げよう。屋敷の者に振る舞ってやるといい。
Yeah, I don't know. It looks like it's like clipping. If it pleases you, I should like to present you some of the tea served today. By all means, share it with those back in your mansion.
君はまだ若いのに、当主として堂々としている。大したものだ。これからも頑張りなさい。ご両親のように。
Stop yapping. You carry the aura of a family head, an impressive feat for one so young. You bring virtue to your parents' legacies, to House Whiteley as a whole, and I pray in earnest that you continue to do so for years to come.
はい、ありがとうございます。
It looks like they took a tablecloth and shoved it in his shirt. It does! That's such like a weird color for a cravat. Thank you very much, your lordship. I went immediately to retrieve the tea, and as Earl Beckford handed it to me, I smiled. The party ended with me feeling much lighter than when it began. Oh, I guess no one got stuff stolen.
お嬢様、大変機嫌がよろしいようですが、何か良いことでも？
His outfit is also goofy. I see you in high spirits, my lady. Did something happen?
ペンデルトンには秘密よ。
Oh yeah, but a game I really want to play is Dragon's Crown for no particular reason. It's definitely not the ladies with the big bazongas, is it, Galax? It couldn't be that. That couldn't be the reason, right? That would be a secret.
どなたかに素晴らしいご当主だとお褒めの言葉でもいただきましたか？
I imagine someone praised you as the family head.
秘密ったら秘密。それよりもペンデルトン、招待してくださったベックフォード伯爵が私に紅茶をくださったの。
I said that it was a secret. At any rate, Pendleton, Earl Beckford gave me some lovely tea leaves.
屋敷でホームズやワトソンたちにも紅茶をご馳走したいのだけれど、いいかしら。
I want my schoolmates to come and sample some. Would that be alright?
え、
Certainly.
構いませんよ。
Shh, don't reveal his fashion secrets. That he stole a fucking tablecloth for his cravat. I can't wait long. In just a few days' time, I had made prompt arrangements for my friends to visit me, for fine tea and finer conversation. Not
悪く
bad.
ないな。
Lol, I see it. Look at that! High praise coming from Holmes. You'd sooner find fault after the first sip, so this must be something special. It's fashion, gosh. You make it sound like a hobby of mine. I simply refuse to accept any compromise in the quality of my tea.
ホームズのリクエスト
I
に
don't have enough paper to write down all of his demands, of course. Even if I did, there aren't enough hours in the day to meet them all. Ooh, these biscuits are absolutely scummy. Are these the last of your tarts, Emily? If not, can I have all of these ones here?
こら
Kobayashi!
小林。
Behave, Kobayashi.
紅茶
It's
そっ
in
ちの
poor
手で菓子
taste
に
to
手をつけ
focus
る
entirely on
品があり
dessert
ませんよ。
and neglect the tea.
それ
And you can't make so much
音を立
noise
てて
from
すする
drinking
のも
it.
見苦しいからやめなさい。
But that means that he loves it if he's drinking it loudly. It's shit fashion. He should be ashamed.
明智さん、ティーカップを両手で持ってい
Is
る
there
の
any
はわざと
reason
な
you're
の？
holding your cup with both hands, Akechi? Are you cold, perhaps? This is Beg pardon. This is a force of habit. I still have yet to completely adapt to the ways of this country. I think I need to get that game. It never occurred to me that there was a particular way to enjoy tea here till just now. In what became a common occurrence for him, Akechi returned his teacup to the table and began scribbling away in his notebook.
ルピン大丈夫？そんなに暑
Oh
かった？
dear, was it too hot, Lupin?
はい。
A bit, yes. Is he alright? You didn't burn your tongue, did you?
やけどとかしていない？
Alright, let me make a save. You didn't burn your tongue, did you?
大丈夫です、ミス・ホワイトリー。僕が
No,
猫
I'm
しただけで
just
すから。
not very good with hot things. Was it ever re-released outside of PS3? It got a PS4 upgraded re-release? Why, what else would they release it on? The PC? Vanillaware? Yeah, Vanillaware doesn't like PC releases. I think we're... 13 Sentinels on PC, right? I think we're lucky that we even got that.
それならよかったわ。
Thank goodness, you had me worried. Wait, 13 Sentinels isn't on PC?
まったく礼儀作法もわびさびもあったものじゃありませんね。
There's certainly something to be said about good manners. For some reason I thought it was on Steam, huh? Switch and PS4, huh?
本当はジャックも誘いたかったんだけれど、学園で声をかけ損ねてしまったの。
I wanted to invite Jack to join as well, but the timing was never quite right at school. Next time, you don't need to invite Jack to anything. His route sucked.
君は相変わらず彼に構っているようだな。その不屈な姿勢
I
は
was thinking about it, and another thing that Jack's route did incorrectly was like every other route, like at least did something about like the evil organization. Like I know that he killed Bradley and stuff, but like the other routes lead you to believe that like later on down the line they will take down like the rest of the organization. But Jack didn't do shit to reveal like the evil organization's deeds. So that was another thing Jack's route didn't do. You still haven't given up, have you? Your persistence with him does impress.
ジャックだってもしかしたらお茶が好きかもしれないじゃない？ホームズとだって会話が弾むかも。
You never know, he could love tea. Then you would have a topic in common for a proper chat.
会話が弾むなんて想像できないな。彼が事件の犯人だったら積極的に話しかけもするだろうが。
Perhaps my imagination is duller than yours, but I cannot picture it. I can if you were a suspect in a crime. That would be an interesting chat, certainly. Funny that you say that. Jax introduced a new part of the organization with the killers, and then did nothing about them. Yeah.
もうクラスメートに対してそんなことを言わないでちょうだい。
Like, no one was held accountable on Jack's route. It sucked. Really, now? Anything to say about a fellow schoolmate?
あれ？君、そこに飾ってあるのってビクトリア女王の肖像画？
Hmm? Is that a portrait of Her Majesty, Emily? Oh, the family heirloom.
ええ、そうよ。お父
Is
様
Lupin gonna try and steal it?
女王陛下からいただいたの。ホワイトリー家の宝物よ。
Yes, it is. She presented it personally to my parents, from what I've been told. It's a family heirloom.
家宝ってやつか。そういえばお前ってこの屋敷の主だもんな。
Sorry, I'm gonna take a bite out of my sandwich. Makes it doubly important. And you own the whole mansion too, don't you? Not even Jack was held accountable in his route.
そうね。普段話
In
している
fact, I'm rather quick to forget upon conversing with her.
私は親しみが持ててすごくいいと思うわ。 貴族らしくなくて。
Oh yes, I've never met a noble so kind. Why, Emily, there are times I'm convinced you're not a noble at all. Nobles are all uppity assholes. How, kind of you to say, Hudson. You'd think Jack, someone from the organization, as possibly the longest route, would have had a lot of info about the organization, but... And he also wanted to be a cop? Yeah, I don't get it. Why did the one guy that wanted to be a cop not sell out, like, the evil organization of mass murderers, huh? Sounds like you don't want to be a cop that bad.
ミス・ホワイトリー、その絵の下に飾ってある写
What
真に
appears to be the queen in the photograph underneath it as well.
ええ
That's right.
女王
My
陛下
parents
を
took
ね
that one with their
お父
friends,
様と
and Her
お母様
Majesty
が
stands at the
友
center.
人と一緒に撮った写真なの。
Oh, is that the guy that she was just talking to? On the far left? Because he's got that dangly hair thingy. That's right. My parents took that one with their friends, and Her Majesty stands at the center.
君の母さんはすぐ分かったよ。この笑った顔、君とよく
I
似てる。
recognized your mother right away. Her smile looks just like yours. Her smile looks unattainable, just like yours.
じゃあ隣に立ってるお
Is
じ
the
さん
gentleman
が
next door
レビ
your
ーの
father?
父親か。
He's so tall.
背が高いな。
ハリントン福
I
祉
believe
教
it
育
was
基金
taken
の
to
設立を
commemorate
記
the
念して
founding of the Harrington Welfare and Education Foundation.
なるほど。
I
ミス・
see.
ホワイトリーの両親
Were
は
your mother and
ハリ
father
ント
two
ン
of
福
its
祉教
founding
育基金の
members?
設立メンバーだったのか。
Yes, they were. This photograph in particular means a lot to me.
大事なものなの。
We're getting some more backstory here too.
そう。
This is the key that will one day unlock the truth behind my parents' murders. I'm sure of it.
事件の謎を解く鍵になるの。
Oh, welcome back, dwarf.
ミス・ホワイトリー、
Miss
急に
Whiteley,
黙り込んでどう
is
した
there any
の？
reason you're so quiet? He's so unrecognizable without the tablecloth cravat. Oh, I hadn't meant to.
なんでもないわ。
Just lost in thought. Holmes appeared unconvinced. His face cocked in question. I returned it with a forced smile.
ルーピン。
You're in
そん
good
なに
company,
聞いてい
Emily.
たら写真に穴が開いてしまうわ。
You've been staring at the photograph so intently
写真
that
の
one
中
might
に幽霊
suspect
で
you've
も
come
見
under a
つけた。
spell. Or do you see a ghost inside of it?
え、
What? Oh,
そんなわけ
of
ない
course
じゃない
not.
ですか。
Oh, that's hot. Why is Teddy Persona in this photo?
ルーピン君、その絨毯
The
は
carpet
王
which
室
you
御
stand
用達の
upon is a
特注
custom
品
order
です。
from a purveyor of carpets to the
こういった汚れ
royal
は
family.
後が
Any
き
two
れい
you
に
spill
残
will
りま
most
す。気をつけて
assuredly
ください
stain.
ね。
So I would ask that you take care. He's the culprit. I'm calling it now.
あーごめんなさい。気をつけます。
Oh no. I'm terribly sorry. I'll be very careful.
ペンデルトン、ルーピンを怖がらせるのはやめてちょうだい。
Please don't rile him into a fright, Pendleton. Tablecloth gonna catch on. I'm gonna start wearing them. Yeah, it'll be all the rage. Give it like a couple years. One by one, each of my guests sampled the tea and treats. In that same order did they approve. The photograph stayed with me as one of my many treasures my parents left me. It was my honor to protect it as head of my household. Is that why he got the tablecloth cravat to be more noticeable? Exactly. And it has to be red because it's got to draw everyone's eyes to it. Like he's like a wait. Do they call the guys with the bulls that hold like the red flag? How did I know it then? But my ability to do just that was to be tested the very next day. Actually, I wonder if Teddy Persona is Arsène Lupin, judging from Lupin's reaction. Oh, maybe. Matador, you're a fake ass SMT fan.
これは
What is this? I just specifically picked Teddy Persona because Lupin kind of looks like him. I can't believe Teddy is Joker's dad. What is this? I doubted my eyes. For a second time, I read the headline of the newspaper in my hands.
アルセーヌ・ルパンの申し子
Arsène Lupin's successor strikes again. His target, the Whiteley family's portrait of Queen Victoria. I shall awaken the noble form of Her Majesty from her restful sleep within the Whiteley family residence. Is this some sort of joke?
そんなに声を荒げて一
What
体どうしたんです
has
か
you in such a panic, my lady?
庭
Look
師が持
here,
ってきて
one
く
of
れ
the
た良い
gardeners
バラ
has
があり
brought
ま
these
すよ
delightful roses for us. Bro, look. I hate Lupin as much as the next guy. Don't compare him to Teddy.
さあお嬢様もせっかくですからこのバラの香りを嗅いで少しは心を落ち着け
Why
てみ
not
てはいか
admire
が
their
でしょう
fragrance? It might help to soothe you. Guys, I was talking about the guy on the far right, not cravat guy. Alicia was the first to hear my panic, coming straight to me in a supportive manner.
確かに
You know, I did wonder what smelled so nice.
屋敷中にあふれてい
Oh,
た
lost my place. This is very serious.
それどころじゃないわアリシアこれをご覧なさ
Look
い
at this headline. Alright, Emily, you just had everyone in your house. There's a guy with the exact name, just with no E. Can you figure this one out? Nobody else would know about this.
おや新聞
Is that today's paper?
お
Oh,
や
good
ま
heavens. This is serious. We need to place the portrait somewhere secure right this instant.
落ち着いてアリ
Take
シ
a deep breath, Alicia.
申し訳ございません
Forgive
お
me,
嬢
my
様
lady. I shouldn't have allowed fear get the better of me.
アリシア
Do you know where
ペンデル
Pendleton
トンどう
is?
したの
はい今朝早くにお客様がいらっしゃったようで彼が対応したはずなんですが
He is attending to visitors this morning, I believe. Oh, probably the police that got tipped off.
お客様誰が来ていたのかアリシアは知っているの
We have visitors. Do you know who they are?
いいえ私は彼が対応に行く代わりにお嬢様の登校の支度をお手伝いするように言いつかっていたので
Sorry, the sandwich is so good. I didn't catch their names. Pendleton said he would see to them, so I should help you prepare for school.
そう
I see. After breakfast, I discovered from Pendleton that our guests were none other than the police, to which I expressed a desire to remain home instead of going to school, to which Pendleton refused. He debated until I relented. With my argument lost, I did as asked and went to school.
学生の本
It's
分
all
を
very
忘
well
れて
to
はい
say
けません
I shouldn't forget my studies,
ペンデルトン
but
は
I'm also the head of this family.
お
And
まけ
a
に探偵である
detective.
ことも忘
If
れ
I
ているんじ
can't
ゃない
forget
か
my
しら
studies, then I certainly hope he hasn't forgotten that.
皆さんごきげん
Good
よう
morning, class.
一つ連絡です
Before we begin, I'd like to announce that Holmes and Mr. Watson
本
will
日
be
授業
absent
を
today
欠
to
席しま
assist
す
their fathers with a
お
case.
父上の事件の手伝いだそうです事件といえば
Which
ホワイ
brings
ト
me
リ
to a
ーさん
thought. Trouble seems
君
to have
も
found
災
its
難
way
の
to
目
your
に遭っている
doorstep,
みたいで
Miss
す
Whiteley.
ね
マッケンジー先生
I don't believe it's any trouble at all, sir.
これは災難だとは思いません
え
Oh?
ルパンは
Lupin claimed he would steal my family's prized portrait. A challenge to me as a detective.
きっと探偵である私への挑戦状だと思いますだから
A challenge that I fully
私は
intend
ル
to
パンの
answer.
挑戦を
And no matter what tricks he has up his sleeve, I will come out the victor.
何としても大切な肖像画を守って
I
みせます
kinda want Emily and Lupin's relationship to be like that stereotypical Phantom Thief romance with like the person that's trying to catch like the thief and all that, like Saint Tail.
そうですか
That would be peak.
無理はしないようにしてくださいね
Alright then, please take care not to ever exert yourself. Enemies to lovers.
さあ授業を始めましょうそれでは教本を開いて
Now, let's begin our lessons. If each of you would open your textbooks. Lessons began and ended without incident. Can you imagine going to that classroom and just being a regular student, having to listen to all this yapping.
ミスホワイトリー。
あら、どうしたのルーピン？
Yes? Is something on your mind? Can I come to your house?
君は本当にルパンを捕まえるつもりなんですか？
Are you so determined to catch Lupin? Yes, Lupin. I am very determined to catch Lupin. Oh, very much so.
でも君って前にルパンに捕まって大変な目にあったんじゃ。
But didn't you have that awful ordeal with him before? I eat up that Phantom Thief detective dynamic so much. Yeah, I hope that happens in this. Kind of like it felt like at least in the common route, at least Emily seemed to have a lot more distaste for Lupin than like other characters. So I hope they have like an enemy dynamic.
だからこそよ。
Just kindling for the fire. He may as well have asked me to catch him. Sir, I don't care. Can we move on?
あの時、私は彼に
So I have a question. Why is it such a sticking point for you about, ooh, we saw Jack in the fog. How does nobody notice it's obviously him? Are they stupid? That scoundrel played me like a fiddle from start to finish. Ugh, what humiliation. What if they reveal that they are cousins 30 years later? No!
君はそんなに無茶しない方が。
Perhaps it isn't my place to speak, but I don't know if you should be doing something so, dangerous. He does have a point. Thank you.
ありがとうルーピン。心配してくれて。
You're a dear to worry, Lupin. Truly.
それなら
Then... So I have a question. Why is it such a sticking point to you about, ooh, we saw Jack in the fog. How does nobody notice it's obviously him? Are they stupid? But you're eating up this Perry the Platypus bullshit. I mean, I'm still making fun of the Lupin thing.
ごめんなさいルーピン。心配してくれたのはとても嬉しいの。
Please don't misunderstand. It's kind of you, but I still want to do this. Don't hurt me like this. I can't take it anymore. At least for Lupin, he is actually actively trying to disguise himself. Yeah, he's at the very least acting differently. Like, personality-wise. And he wears glasses. He's trying very hard.
私にとっても
That portrait is a treasure to me and my family. As the head of the house Whiteley, I am to see to its protection.
だから。
Hold on, can I do this? Let me find it.
守らなきゃいけないの。
ミスホワイトリー。でもまた君がさらわれちゃったら
Is that a
み
threat?
んなすごく心配します。
What if you were abducted again? We'd all worry ourselves sick. I mean, if he's hot, then I guess I won't mind that much. They're so stupid about the name thing, though. An idea then dawned on me.
それじゃあルーピン。
Uh,
あなたも一緒に来ない？
I know. Why not accompany me?
Eh?
Pardon? I returned to the mansion with Lupin, and when we arrived, the place felt full to bursting with both servants and men of Scotland Yard. Their feverish energy somehow made it feel more crowded than the number of people, as if their very panic took on bodies of their own.
お嬢様、ご命令通り肖像画を移動し、屋敷内のすべての絵に暗幕を貼り終えました。
I've done as you asked and moved the portrait. All paintings in the mansion have been draped with black curtains as well, my lady.
ありがとうペンデント。
Thank you, Pendleton. What is this? A toothpick changes everything. I wanted to make a Lupin version of this. So true.
これでル パンの狙う
This way, only a small number of people will know its exact location, and one of them just so happens to be Lupin.
お嬢様、屋敷の外に見物人がたくさんおりますが。
There are rather a lot of curious onlookers outside.
変装した
We
ルパン
can't
がい
risk
たら
any
大
of
変
them
だわ
coming inside, lest one of them be
丁重にお帰りいた
Lupin
だい
in
て。
disguise. Could you have them escorted away from the premises? Says Emily as she invites Lupin in disguise.
かしこまりました。それと
Right
お嬢
away,
様
my lady. Do you have any preference regarding the roses received this morning?
どうやらたくさん余ってる
We
みたいね
received so many, didn't we? I shall leave it to you.
アリシア
Why does Lupin look like a Roxas
いつも通
cosplayer?
りでお願い
He loves Kingdom Hearts. He's like going for like the other side of Sora. Like him as Lupin is Sora, and he is Roxas when he's Lupin.
かしこまりまし
Of
た。
course. And
庭師が
yes,
中ま
there
で
were so
運ん
many
でく
of
れたの
them.
ですが、
In
もの
fact,
す
the
ごい
gardener
量
had
で
to bring them inside personally. At least Roxas's base taste.
ミス・ホワイト
Where's
リー
Nomine?
捜査に邪魔なら
Miss
喜
Miss
んで帰り
Whiteley?
ますけど
If my being here disrupts the investigation, I don't mind leaving.
待ってル
You
ピン
can't, Lupin. Weren't you equally interested in him?
ルパンには興味があったんでしょ
Oh, so Car Park Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, exactly.
いやいやいや僕はただ心配してただ
Oh,
け
weird.
でルパンに興味があるわけじゃ
No, not in the least. I was more concerned for your safety, really. It wasn't about Lupin. Why the fuck you lying?
お嬢様ルーピン君は本当に探
Emily's
偵な
gonna
ので
be
す
with
か
the darkness. She's with the darkness now.
お嬢様と比べて随分消極的ですが
Is he truly a detective? He's what is the word? Passive compared to you.
安心してちょうだいペンデルトンルーピンだって私と同じく女王陛下から指輪をいただいた探偵よ
Oh, sorry. Not only is he a detective, but he's given one of Her Majesty's rings. We're in good hands, Pendleton.
私もルーピンが事件解決したとこ
I
ろ
hope so, at any rate.
まだ
I've
見たこと
never
ない
seen
けれ
him
ど
solve a case.
ミス・ホワイトリ
Miss
ー
Wortley,
こう
with
全
every
ての
painting
絵に
in
目
this
隠
house
しされた
covered.
んじゃ
How are we meant to
我々
protect
も
the one
守りようがない
Lupin is after? Lupin, I mean, sorry. I just saw Lupin over there and I got a little mixed up. You know, how similar the names are, you know. They even kind of look a little similar, but Lupin doesn't wear glasses, so there's no way. There's no way they can be the same person.
せめて私とライアン
Would
に
you be willing to disclose its location to myself and Ryan? No,
肖
just
像
me.
画
Wait,
の
what's
場所
wrong
を
with
教えては
Ryan?
くれ
You
ないか
gotta tell Ryan. He's the best character in the game. Lupin bending down on one knee. Miss Whiteley, would you be the nominee to my Roxas?
警部
That's awful, Inspector.
そんなのひどいです
Untrustworthy enough. My lady, I don't wish to say this in front of the person you invited into your home, but I think Lupin is, you know.
スコットランドヤードを疑ってるわけじゃありませんわ
It isn't that I distrust Scotland Yard.
ただ
I must consider that Lupin may be one of your men in disguise. Telling you where the portrait is hidden would only increase its chances of
ルパン
being
はそれを使う可能
found.
性が高
But
く
I'll
なる
tell my friend Lupin where it's located. Wait, no, his name's Lupin. Sorry. I got their names mixed up. God, their names are so similar. Ugh, this dude. Lestrade looks like he went through the wash wrong. Ryan! How you doing, Ryan? Best boy!
疑ってないと言っておいて堂々と疑ってるじゃないですか
That sounds like you distress the yard plenty. Oh, hi! I came from the future to tell you my past self is gonna come in here in seconds and say hi. Don't tell him I was here, okay? Okay, I'll keep your secret. Oh, hi, Thunder Dude! Wow. First time I've seen you today. How you doing, Thunder Dude?
なるほどなしかしこうも考えられないかね
And yet, she's made her case. Still, isn't there another possibility equal to yours? The gentleman thief could be amongst your staff. You have quite a few maids in your employ. Masquerading as one would be simple.
A maid would never do anything bad, and if she did, I would simply let her.
Is there a Ryan route? I wish there were. He's the best character in the game. Him and Kobayashi.
You needn't concern yourself with that. The maids have been sternly told to return to their quarters once they finish decorating with the excess roses, and they are not to step outside under any circumstances.
I searched Google Images for a picture of Ryan to put his head on the Ryan vine. There are no photos of Ryan, not even on VNDB.
Should they choose to venture about, I will presume them Lupin and arrest them, and no one wants that.
I'm butterfly affected? I'm sure, but he could be impersonating someone close to you. So possible that could even be you.
Ryan's enthusiasm was as such that he thrust his arm before him and pointed. One of us was the culprit.
Ryan believed that Lupin was impersonating Pendleton, Lupin, or me.
Lupin? Of all people, he suspected Lupin.
What?
Me? Elio, I may have had a disgusting fangirl moment last night when Grimnir showed up in the April Fool's intro cutscene. Oh. I need to check that out after stream. You may think your bumbling behavior will fool us, but I've got you now. Hook, line, and sinker. Ryan's so smart.
What an unfortunate thing to have said about you.
I think this is my first intro to Ryan. Oh, really? Well, he's the best character, isn't he? He actually found out that Lupin is Lupin. I'm not him in disguise. I swear it. I'm lying through my teeth. Oh, but that's what any thief in disguise would say.
Having cornered his target, Ryan's enthusiasm grew by twice his usual vigor, whilst Lupin's apprehension had also became twice greater.
I just realized Ryan is the how to draw anime guy.
How can I prove to him that Lupin isn't who he claims to be?
What do you mean of all people? I hate this already.
I have just the thing. He'll just have to bear with me.
Miss Whiteley?
What is, Miss Whiteley? Listen, Emily is stupid. We established this. He's so cute and stupid. I love Grimnir.
Oh, pardon me, Lupin, but grit your teeth for a bit. It's to prove your innocence.
Domain expansion. Vroom, vroom. Oh, hey, therefore. I see you played the April Fool's event. What? What are you...
I pinched and tugged at his cheeks till we saw his teeth on display.
Miss Whiteley, Miss
Whiteley, please stop. We love a dumbass, but Emily is the exception because Jesus. But she gets to punch his teeth out.
So, do you accept that Lupin is not the gentleman thief?
I played it the moment it came out. Ooh. You're certainly a man who lived a life of hardship, I suppose. She's pulling his mask off, I see. Reveal your true form.
My plan had worked, although there was an unfortunate stare of pity from both the inspector and sergeant for the effort. Lupin's cheeks, meanwhile, had become a touch too red. Goodness, I didn't mean to pull so hard, Lupin.
大丈夫ですよ。
It's quite alright.
ミス・ホワイトに
Uh,
言ったった。君のおかげ
I
で
should thank you
疑い
instead.
が晴れたんだか
You're
ら
the reason they believe me.
感謝しないと。
That doesn't sound suspicious at all. He nursed his cheeks with his hands, but the thanks is true, for the smile he gave me was kind. Well, Emily will now kiss his cheeks better, probably, maybe. Eventually. Well, I've stated my case. I fear I cannot reveal where the portrait is. Except for to you, Lupin. I'm sure you're not Lupin. This way, where it's hidden is still limited to a small number of people. It was odd. I hadn't noticed at all before, but abruptly came the heavy scent of roses. It isn't possible for the maids to have sprayed perfume in here. So how is this fragrance so overpowering?
Someone's wearing some really strong cologne.
Wait, come to think of it.
This is so stupid.
I politely excused myself before turning into the hallway. The roses were so strong in just the next area over. So why was the scent so different here? As I deliberated, I thought back to what Alicia said only earlier in the day.
Also, why have they not realized that this is Lupin's true form? And that he wouldn't need to wear a mask if they didn't already know what his face looked like? I don't know, they're dumb.
Could have been the gardener. I must look into this, certainly. Leaving the task of guarding the portrait to Pendleton, I boarded a carriage and left the mansion post-haste. The men had been left alone without a certain lovely young lady to encourage intimate discussion. The mansion, outside of bustling from the yard's men seeking particular stations, was silent. It was Lupin who eventually broke the silence.
ペンデルトンさん、
You'll have to excuse me, Pendleton.
屋敷
I
のどこか
appear
に
to have dropped
落とし物
something.
をしてしまったみたいなんです。
Something somewhere in the mansion.
もしや
That wouldn't happen to be your ring, would it? Lupin actually knows how to keep a secret identity, unlike Joker P5, who, despite having literally no way to be caught because he's committing crimes in another fucking dimension, manages to get caught by the police.
The butler had long been aware of Lupin's regrettable habit from stories Lady Whiteley shared.
Shoot him! Shoot him now!
申し訳ありませんが
I wish I could say I've seen it, but I haven't a clue where it might be.
心配せずとも見つけたものが届けてくれますよ。
There's no need to fret, however. I expect someone will find and return it in short order.
そうかもしれませんが、
Oh,
やっぱり
Cookie.
僕探してきます。大切なものですし。
Maybe so, but I should search for it. I won't be able to think of anything till I find it. His plan crumbles in a second. And then fucking Pendleton's like, if I wouldn't believe you, I feel like you are trying to distract me and trying to get out of my sights to go do something.
Without any goodbyes, Lupin retired from the room, flustered and agitated.
Did you say, oh, excuse me, I need to use the shitter?
What piqued Pendleton's interest then, he didn't know, but one's interest need only be mildly so, to prompt an investigation. It did not take long before
Pendleton followed. Good. Gonna catch you solve the Kira case. Probably not, because his gaydar isn't lit up for light. I'm a gay.
He passed several police officers and into the hall before being alerted by a cry.
Go to steal the ring. Go to stake the ring.
今の声は
Who was that?
It was in the direction of the basement. He descended the staircase at a telling urgency.
Good soldiers follow orders.
The cry was not the only thing that had the hairs at the back of his neck stand on end. He was certain that several officers had been guarding this very nook of the mansion, and yet he was alone. Had no one else heard what he heard? Oh, whoops.
この階段には警備をつけていたはず。それ
A
が
guard was posted at the top of the
地下室が開いている。
staircase. Absolutely, there was. There's no reason for this door to have been opened. But the fact remained, it was open upon his arrival. This wasn't the work of the servants who, for one, would wisely leave it closed. For two, they were elsewhere as instructed.
まさかここに
Can't
侵入さ
fathom
れ
how
ると
anyone was able to trespass into this sort of the mansion. Into this part of the mansion, blah. Glock at the ready. Pendleton removed a pistol hidden within his coat, pointing it inside the room at the bottom of the staircase before edging closer. The room was dim and furnished plainly. Golly gee, I wonder who could possibly be behind these strange circumstances. Could it be the kid you were following? Here, he found the source that first alerted him. An officer was lying on the floor, bound by rope, with a tuft of cloth forced into his mouth to prevent him from any more screams. Yeah, Butler with a Glock!
大丈夫ですか？
Oh, you're right. Edging was a word forever ruined for me. Try edging. No one else was present. No fellow bound officers, nor would-be villains responsible. Upon resetting the pistol in his jacket, Pendleton kneeled next to the man to untie him. Butler with a what? Oh, Glock. With a gl. What's wrong with pairs of verticals and a graph? Math nerd! Who forced you down here? Rather not try that, to be honest. No, like, try edge. Try edging. The door closed behind him. Explain, Lennox. From the bottom of its frame came the eerie, familiar sound of air being released from a balloon. Did fucking Lupin lure him out here to lock him away because he knew he was, like, the only, like, person with a brain? What's wrong with edging? I summon elemental hero, Wild Edge, and he is going to edge you out. I don't get it.
しまった。
Something
しかもこれは
something
催眠
Christina
ガス。
tricks. Curse it. Or still, this is sleeping gas. It was leaking through the crack and spreading so rapidly that it wasn't long before the officer, with no means to defend himself, had fallen asleep. Pendleton covered his mouth, but there was little that could be done when trapped in a room. He could feel his consciousness leaving him.
この
I
ままでは
can't do
持た
this
ない。
forever. I must get to the
扉
door.
を
Body swaying, but still able, the butler reached for the handle and touched it. I suck ass at it. My edge game is weak. Like if the other person is even half decent, I'll get knocked off stage and lose a stack. A mild pain seized his entire body instantly, and he fell to his knees. Oh, it's like sumo? Barn talking about edging makes me want to smash now. Smash Ultimate, not the one you're thinking of. Somewhat, yes. The one on 3DS, that is.
鉄の扉に電気を流すなんて。ずいぶん手の込んだいたずらですね。
But Smash Ultimate is the Switch one. And the man's even run electricity through the iron of our doors. What intricate mischief our thief plays.
この程度で気を失うわけには。
Give me 1 second. I mustn't lose consciousness yet. Not over so small a shock. Rain stopping. Thanks, Windows. But it stopped about 2 hours ago. Oh yeah, it was raining over here too. Pendleton persisted. Through electrical current, he persisted. Through a muddled mind, he persisted. The persistence did he manage to turn the handle. Are you doing a bit, Moggy?
早くお嬢様のところへ。
I need to find Lady.
And that was all. Upon turning the handle, he at last slept at the open doorway.
いい夢を
Sweet dreams, dear. I'm saying you're thinking of the one on 3DS. Lupin watched for only a moment before turning away. What is this? I will stop you with the power of friendship and this gun I found. Elsewhere, Scotland Yard officers remained unaware that such deception had taken place. Those still at their stations stood still, finding nothing, in some ways hoping that nothing would become something to cure their boredom.
おいライアン、さっきから気になっていたんだが、この屋敷、なんだか匂わないか？
Is it me, Ryan, or is there something fishy hanging in the air?
警部、匂うだなんて失礼ですよ。これはバラの香
Why
り
would
で
I
す。
be doing a bit? I would never do a bit.
女性に人気なんですよ。
Wow, I'm shocked. Lupin is fucking Roxas.
言いたいのはそういうことではない。怪しいんじゃないかってことだ。
I know that. I meant that something is clearly amiss.
ミス・ホワイトリーはともかく、ルーピン君やあの執事までいないのはいくらなんでも。
Well, I didn't mean much of it when Miss Whiteley left, but even her butler and Lupin have disappeared. Something is plainly...
それよりも早く
Oh, the sleeping
ル
gas.
パンジュニアを
Never mind that. We need to find Lupin Jr. So, he set up an electrical trap and a gas trap, and he somehow deployed that in 3 seconds with nobody noticing. The fuck do you mean? He's just that good. Oh, BRB, need to make food? Oh, enjoy your food, Adam. Sir, the fish and chips. Inspector Lestrade and Ryan were the next to hit the ground with a soft thud. It wasn't long before surrounding officers fell in suit. All discussion became muted at the behest of a wonderful scent.
眠り姫が瞳を閉じている間、彼女を守っていたのは茨の城だったけれど。
In the story, it was Sleeping Beauty who slumbered whilst cradled by a castle of thorns.
美しいバラの香りに包まれた屋敷に横たわるのは貧相な警官だけか。悲しいな。
Alas, all the fairy delivers to me amongst the smell of roses is a throng of poor-figured men. What a pity. If only it was Holmes. Lupin stepped lightly in the direction of the bedroom where the portrait was hidden. This is gonna be as stupid as Jack's route. Oh, I hope it's dumber. Like, way more stupid. Okay, but I don't understand. Why are you focusing on Lupin when this should be Lupin's route? Yeah, we're on Lupin's route. There's no way that Lupin would ever be involved in this. There it hung. Gorgeous, enchanting, enticing. He extended his hands, excuse me, to its frame.
なんて思っていたけれど、やはり僕は幸運だったようだ。
Ah, but there is a beauty to be found after all. But stop just short of touching it. Okay, he has gassed the entirety of the mansion with nobody noticing. Where the name's a clue. Lupin, that's the plot of Tales of Hearts. R. Be original for once.
また君にこうして会うことができたんだから。
How blessed I am to meet with you here, my little Briar Rose. Holy shit! Emily's got a Glock? What? Okay, this route is peak. Emily's got a fucking gun.
動かないでルパン
Don't move, Lupin. Holy shit! In my own hands was a pistol I had borrowed from a sleeping officer. Let me see what you have. A Glock. No! I stood at the entrance to the room, weapon pointed, legs apart in a fierce stance. Lupin looked not the least bit disturbed.
ずいぶん物騒なものを持っているな。そんなもの、君には似合わないよ。
That is a dangerous weapon, Revolveras. It does not suit you. I don't think that's a Glock. I know it's not a Glock, but I like saying Glock instead. Let's go!
お忘れかしらルパン私は探偵なの
Holy shit, is this route peak? Perhaps you've forgotten, but I am a detective. If you think I'm just a simple defenseless girl with the nobility, then you shall regret it. Finally, she gets a gun. Absolute cinema. She won't shoot. Fucking coward.
You were the one who delivered the roses this morning, weren't you?
気に入ってくれた？僕の気持ちが伝わるように赤いバラを
Another
多め
meme
にした
has
んだ
hit
け
the
ど。
meme generator. I will stop you with the power of friendship and this gun I found, literally. Did you like them? I made certain there was an excess in red, the better to convey my love to you. Emily going crazy.
What a waste. Why would I blush over flowers when it would lead to the theft of my family's portrait?
What was this, Twy? Emily and Lupin's route. Emily and any other route. Pim!
Stay calm, Emily. You can't let him frustrate you.
This route is already peaked purely based off of Emily wielding a gun. Even if she doesn't shoot. I just appreciate the image of her holding a gun. I've been spending a lot of time with a gun nerd. I'm starting to notice things.
I confirmed that the gardener from this morning was an imposter. You used the roses for two reasons. The first was a ploy to get inside. Alicia mentioned to me that there were so many. The gardener had to assist her in bringing them in.
その庭師は
He
紳士
sounds
の
like a
鏡
true
だね。
gentleman. Lupin's route is peak because she gets a gun, yet still remains incredibly stupid to not notice that she is literally staring at the same face of her friend. Like, the face has legit not changed besides glasses.
That was when you were able to confirm the location of the portrait.
I know Emily won't shoot, but it took Emily this long to have a gun for a dangerous situation, for fuck's sake.
だけど君たちは
But
肖
you
像画
moved
の
it,
場所を
did
移
you
動していたじゃないか。
Emily, you can't say I'm not a dumb, naive noble after falling for the Lupin disguise.
もし仮に僕がこの屋敷
Even
に
if
庭師
I,
として
by your
侵
own
入していたとして
accusation,
も
learned of the portrait's
これでは意味
location
が
as
ない
this
と思わないか？
gardener, my efforts would be for naught if it had been moved. The thief remained emotionally uncornered. Throughout this engagement and my irritation, he watched me with amusement, with eyes half lidded above a guardless smile. Emily going to pistol whip everyone.
And so you explained the second reason. You made it so you would discover its location again where it moved.
Holy shit, is she gonna figure out that he's Lupin?
You filled the entire mansion with the scent of roses.
I guess not. That's too hopeful.
But upon infiltrating the mansion as the gardener, you used perfume to affix an entirely different scent to the portrait.
Jesus Christ, how much did Holmes rot?
The area nearest to the portrait smells completely different to everywhere else. And I possess no such perfumes in this mansion.
Imagine if she does and Lupin has a bad end. He distorts instantly.
The scent of roses masked the sleeping gas as well, leaving Scotland Yard without any idea of where it was coming from.
What is this, Twy?
I may be out of servants,
but I am not out of options. Oh, I understand why she's smart in this route. Otherwise, he'd be into the most competent detective, i.e. Holmes. True.
I'm sure you thought your brilliant plan was foolproof, but I'm more clever than you think. I learned a thing or two from my life as an upper-class lady.
For the sake of argument, I will assume the role of your sneaky gardener. How would I have sauntered through all of your servants to apply the perfume without anyone noticing? My man is laughing at her because she is so smart to realize the background setup of this entire situation, but so face-blind that she can't tell it's Lupin.
Why must I entertain this question? You're a gentleman thief, yes?
Wait, is Holmes smarter than Akechi or not? I assumed he was, but I haven't really seen any comparison. I think he's like slightly smarter than Akechi, but they're pretty close.
変装なんてお手の物 Creating falsehoods is what you do. Switching from a gardener to a servant would be child's play to you, would it not?
More clever than you think. Lol.
Our dance continued. I watched Lupin.
Lupin. Sorry, your name is just so similar to my friend Lupin. I keep mixing you guys' names up.
As he watched me, waiting for him to react. He did. His shoulders took on a different drooping than one of relaxation, as did his smile twist narrowly to one of defeat.
見事だな。
Well done, my princess. Then I should
僕も
propose
君に
another
尋ねたい。
question. Like, it's not Watson Holmes difference. Yeah, it's like very close comparison-wise for Akechi and Holmes.
君もバラの香りの中で
Watson's
眠
a
りに落ちてくれる
dumbass,
ことを期待したんだけど。
My
裏切って
hopes
くれ
is
た
that
の
I
は
would
どうして
stumble upon you, your face in blissful sleep, accompanied by the scent of roses. Yet here you stand. My hopes are dashed. Why is that so?
Had I entered the mansion even moments earlier, your hopes would have been realized, I'm sure. I wrote to my mother that they weren't.
Marple solos both of them, though true. Marple is the smartest character in this entire game. That's why she's not involved in most of the plot, because she would just solve everything instantly, along with Ryan, the other smartest Mysteria character.
Rather, I owe it to her hand glass. Just before stepping into the mansion, I realized that I had left it behind in the
carriage? Oh wait, carriage.
So I hurried back to go and collect it.
なるほどね。君
I
も
see.
幸運の女
The
神の味
goddess
方につく
Fortuna
のか。
smiles down upon us both
僕
then.
たち
We make for a
気が合
smart
うと思
match,
わない
don't
か。
we? She's smart enough to not date Emily.
My fortune is your misfortune, Lupin. Lupin, I mean. Sorry, your names are so similar. I won't allow you to steal my portrait.
I'm not fucking scared of you. Gonna shoot me? Better make it count. Better make it hurt. Better kill me in one shot.
It means the world to me, and I will protect it.
君こそ銃の撃鉄を上げたままで撃とうとしている。
Sherlock thinks he's so smart, only showing up at the end to not solve the case quickly. Marple's so smart, her route takes 1 CG. Brave words from a woman who hasn't cocked the pistol she points. It is entirely within the realm of possibility that someone passed out and hit a table and died. Please just shoot this guy.
What? But I have.
うん、嘘。
When the seagulls cried, none were left alive. Mineko, when they cry. You guys are getting some mileage out of this CG. So you did. My mistake. She is so stupid.
I was startled by the weapon flying out of my grip. A capricious playing card lay next to it on the floor. Knowing it to be my only advantage against Lupin, I dived to retrieve it, but my fingers couldn't even touch it before it was kicked away. If only I had moved sooner.
I like the idea that Emily had a gun this entire game, but only now decided to use it. I wish.
すまない。でも、いかにスマートに
That
相手を
one
欺
meme
く
of
か。
like the really
それもまた
long
僕
book.
の美学だ。
London Detective Mysteria, really short book. London Detective Mysteria if Emily had a Glock. What a tragedy for you, Emily. Not my style should include finding the most entertaining way I may deceive my opponents. Yeah, she picked this one up from a passed out cop who hit his temple against a coffee table. He's dead now. He doesn't need it anymore.
Well, I wasn't entertained.
まあまあ、そう
The worst
怒ら
thing
ない
about
で。
this route being as stupid as Jack's route is that I'm gonna have to listen to half of it of you act like it's good. Now, you need to pout that bottom lip.
やっぱり君には拳銃よりもこっちの方がよく似合うよ。
My thinking was that you would suit this more than any pistol. Listen, I have a weakness for Phantom Thief stories, okay? It's more interesting than Jack so far, though. Like, yeah, like Emily's actually standing up to someone. in this route already? That's an improvement. Even if she kinda sucks at it, the fact that she actually tried.
To his words, he produced an immaculate red rose. Whatever the scene, Lupin's smile wouldn't leave him, and, with the refinement of a prince, he glided to me and offered me this gift. I would have preferred he threw it in my face.
Still wheezing that Emily will point a gun at a thief trying to steal her shit, but is immediately an apologist for the serial killer after her. She's okay with serial killers, but she draws the line at thieves.
I've had enough of your heartless games, Lupin. I mean. All my fury compounded into the hand that smacked his own aside. It was my next mistake. I knew it the moment a burning pain seared my palm, that which could only be alleviated by pressing into it with my opposite thumb. Of course. Oh, of course a rose from him would have thorns. I hate this. Go for another one of his stupid tricks.
It's dumb, but there's some charisma and shit happening. Yeah. I did not say interesting. I said stupid.
Even asking became quite suddenly an effort. With each word, my body grew heavier.
What is this? London Detective Mysteria. London Detective Mysteria if she shot. Good. The worst thing a story can be is boring. This at least has us awake and paying attention. She wielded a gun! There's no universe where I would try to even vaguely say that Jack's route wasn't the most boring shit imaginable.
No. Does this rose have something in it too? I could support myself no longer. My body, quaking with weightlessness, dropped forwards.
君にはすまないと思う。
I'm sorry to put you through this, Emily.
Lupin caught me before I crashed to the floor.
Okay, but I think it's fine to praise it over Jack's route because Jack had the worst one yet. Delivery for you, Lady Emily. I confirmed the gardener from this morning was an imposter. No, Watson's was worse. I guess it depends on if you think which is worse, boring or stupid. I can see both sides thinking either one is worse.
君の大切なものを奪い去る僕を君は決して許さないんだろうな。
What is this?
でも
I can forgive murder, but I draw the line at stealing from the rich. IDK, Watson's is bad, but Jack's is boring. I think boring is worse. I consider the last two as commissions and not my memes. No doubt you won't forgive me for this theft, but for my own end, I must carry the burden of being cruel.
I expected the last thing I'd see would be that infuriating smile, but there was no such thing. A man different to what I had come to think of the gentleman thief, a man who, from all I knew, was a pretentious lawbreaker with debonair trappings, looked at me with regretful eyes. I only observed it as briefly as time would allow it. As I breathed in, a musky scent enveloped the room, reached my nostrils, and bid me a restful sleep. The next thing I recall is someone shaking my shoulders. It only took moments before I opened my eyes to see that Pendleton was the one responsible.
As I said, the worst thing a story can be is boring. Yeah, I have to agree. If a story is incredibly clever, but still boring, yeah. It's extremely difficult to not be entertaining when everything else has been grounded stupid. Now all of a sudden, this guy is fucking Batman who outsmarts and knocks like 20 plus men unconscious.
Next thing I recall is someone shaking...
お嬢様、ご無事ですか?
Milady, are you unhurt? Musky scent? Is this a fucking furry fetish fic?
He asked, but in my stirring state, it was difficult to comprehend the question or respond thoughtfully. Though I said nothing, my eyes went from dull to focused, regaining their clarity enough for him to understand I was well. I sat up. At some point, I was moved from the floor to a bed.
申し訳ありません、お嬢様。
I'm so deeply sorry, my lady.
I couldn't help but notice that Pendleton, who rarely expressed disturbance of any kind, addressed me between irregular breathing.
私がついていながら
Lupin has stolen the
予告通り絵を
painting,
盗
just
まれ
as
て
he
しまう
said
と
he
は。
would. I couldn't be more ashamed of myself.
すみ
And
ま
I
せん
was put to
ミス
sleep like everyone else.
僕も
Miss
まんまと眠らされ
Whiteley,
てしまって
I wasn't a help to you at all.
And then you see, what is that paint? What is that painting-shaped lump in your throat, Lupin?
It was then that I saw no painting on the wall where one should have been. In its place, much smaller but hung with equal care, was the Queen of Spades. So did it, and I let him steal one of my family's heirlooms.
If only there was something that every single person in this mansion could have done to prevent this. Why is Pendleton not calling him out? Bro, you were following him.
I wondered if I should have been angry with him, but I wasn't. What I felt was anger, certainly, but it was more towards myself. In the clearest of ways, he did what he said he would, and I did not. But I don't understand why he looked so sad then. Why?
It's like par for the course for Phantom Thieves. If they're not knocking 20 plus people out with sleeping drugs, then they're not passing the bar, too.
Recalling that moment made me look down at my injured hand, which, to my surprise, was wrapped in a bandage.
Because Lupin has plot contrivance magic, where everyone becomes stupid and he gets to beat them.
Pendleton, are you the one who did this?
If one wonders where the fuck Lupin was, though, I'll be disappointed and annoyed, but not surprised.
いいえ、私では
I'm
ございま
afraid
せん。
I wasn't.
Then it was him.
Oh yeah, I've read Dean Angel. I want to rewatch Dean Angel. I'm in the mood for that.
No matter how I reasoned it, I cannot understand what Lupin was thinking. Lupin, I mean. God, their names are so similar.
It's not plot contrivance if the police have been consistently incompetent, though. Now, Pendleton, though. He caught on to it, but a little too late.
Night passed. Dawn rose.
Yeah, but we're talking about Pendleton. The cops being useless is fine, but it's like rapidly escalating goofy shit.
With the new day came a baffling new development.
これは
What
一
the
体どういう
hell?
ことだ
Where's the meaning of this? I love goofy shit. I eat it up like yum yum yum. Media, be more stupid.
この絵はルパンジュニアに
This
盗まれた
is
は
the
ずですよ
stolen
ね。
painting, isn't it?
これは一体
Why is it here? I gassed all the cops and beat Pendleton, and he's not following up on it. And also, I disarmed you with a fucking playing card, and also let me whip out my knock you out poison rose. This shit is ass. That is like pure Phantom Thief, though. He's pulling the Saint Tail routine with the playing cards. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Twy. Like fucking Saint Tail used like playing cards and she would unleash Attack of Doves, which he did too. He attacked with like crows in Holmes's route. I would not be surprised if like Saint Tail inspired a little bit of this. Because like she would be breaking into shit with people holding guns and shit, and she'd just be like escaping on balloons and shit. Saint Tail rocks.
私が聞きたいくらいだわ。どうして絵がここに? I wish I knew. If it's come back here, then there's a chance it's false.
この絵の裏に書か
The
れた日
handwriting
付の
used to
筆
inscribe the date on the back is the same as the
ホワイトリ
original.
ー家の家宝に
There's
間
no
違いあり
mistaking
ません。
this to be anything other than the true painting. What is this? London Detective Mysteria. London Detective Mysteria if Emily had a gun in each route. Blue, completing the route. Red, trying to take the gun away from Emily. Oh, let me stretch out too. Same with Kaito Kid. He's basically a magician and pulls the craziest stunts. Yeah. You're not a phantom thief if you're not pulling out a hat with like a bunny jumping out of it and shit. That's a true phantom thief.
And the act confused me all the more. The painting of Queen Victoria has been promptly returned to the mansion by an unnamed sender.
Kamikaze Kaito-jan did that too, didn't she?
ルパンジュニアが予告状で盗んだ獲物を返すなんて前代未聞だ。明日は空から槍が降ってくるんじゃないか?
Lupin Jr. returning something stolen is unheard of. What next? Will London's pigs sprout wings and fly? Maybe what she had was like a fake, and he saw that it was fake, so I don't know.
But magic isn't real, so how can he be a magician?
警部、さすがに空から槍は降ってこないんじゃ。
Like he felt bad because it was a family heirloom. Now that's a funny thought, Inspector. Everyone knows pigs can't fly.
例えだ、バカ者。
But magic isn't real, so how can he be a magician?
It's a figure of speech, you idiot.
I shall awaken the noble form of Her Majesty from her restful sleep.
Is he lying in his note? No, he meant he's gonna give you the real one.
That wasn't right. A person so captivated by his own methods of thievery would never retract a declaration.
It was what? What was the point then? Oh yeah, probably.
Like, could it be he was after something else? But we don't have anything else with Her Majesty's face.
I mean, you have the photo of her with your family.
I inspected the portrait closely now that it was back in its original position in the hall. Nothing appeared damaged or altered, except for what was around the portrait.
The photograph's gone. Magic is real. Ooh.
お嬢様、写真とはもしや旦那様と奥様方の
Photograph? You don't mean the one of the lady and lord? Oh, maybe our son is one of these people? Like his dad, so he stole it? I don't know. Think that got established at some point?
Yes, it was here just yesterday. I'm certain of it. And this tablecloth has the faint scent of perfume lingering on it too. The scent wafted to my nose. To think, it was only the night before when I last smelled this, and last saw that curiously regretful face.
I think that got established at some point.
君にはすまないと思う。
I'm sorry to put you through this, Emily.
君の大切なものを奪い去る僕を君は決して許さないんだろうな。
No doubt you won't forgive me for this theft, but for my own end, I must carry the burden of being cruel. Kaito-jean too. Though she uses actual magic, so IDK if I can use her as an example. Yeah. She's got god powers. Slash demon powers. IDK. It's complicated.
Could it be? Was the photograph his target?
Is this Persona 5?
But why? For what reason would a thief go to such lengths?
I'm assuming his dad is in the photo. He doesn't want there to be photographic evidence or something.
No, this isn't the time to be pondering why.
He's stolen a valuable clue in the mystery behind my parents' murders.
I must retrieve it, no matter what it takes.
It was another several days before Lupin issued his next declaration. The target would be the much-rumored holy grail of Arthurian legend, a golden cup, a noted subject over the nobility's tea parties in the past. Holy shit. Well, it's not like anyone would look for that family resemblance or anything. Yeah, I mean, there's no way that you can tell that he looks like anyone else.
Though I had no connection to this particular treasure, I decided that wherever he was to go, I was to lie in wait to recover my photograph.
Miss Whiteley, 君のことだ。どうせ僕を出し抜い
This is
て
kind of exactly what I wanted from a Lupin route, of her like pursuing him. Not so much like romantically, but like to catch him. This is like Saint Tail! And then she like falls in love with him when he's not like a Phantom Thief, and then he like finds out that he's the Phantom Thief, and then she's like conflicted about it, and then she like lets him get away with stuff because of that. If I were to venture a guess, Miss Whiteley, you intend to capture Lupin before I can.
己の力に過信するとひどい目に遭う
I'd
こと
have
が
hoped
これ
you'd
でよく分かった
understand
は
by
ずだ
now that overstimulating your abilities leads to ruin, but I'll tell you myself if I must. Be sensible and stay away.
過信なんてしていないわ。I'm doing no such thing. I just want my photograph returned to me.
君は
You've not
彼を
made
礼儀正しい
you've
紳士
not
か何
made the
かと勘違い
erroneous
しているん
judgment
じゃ
of
ないか
assuming Lupin a true gentleman, have you?
不意打ち
He's
だ
a
って
criminal.
手段に
Surprise attacks are just one of the many means he employs.
彼を捕まえるのは
The
こ
one
の
who
僕だ
catches him in the end will be me,
気になるわけじゃない
not you.
行くぞ
Stay out of
ワトソン
this.
君
Watson, come with me. They don't even think Lupin looks like Lupin.
But
Yeah, I get that's like the most important artifact in the history of the country, but I don't give a shit. Yeah, okay, Emily. Why does he need to be let to get away with stuff? Apparently, he's just magic. Come on, Holmes. And off he goes. He could have waited. Holmes, fuck off.
he's not been himself, Emily. You remember when we were outsmarted during the case with the earrings and necklace? It's sparked a fire under him ever since. It isn't as if he means to be rude to you, so just know you haven't done anything wrong. That said, I do agree with his intent. I'd rather you were more careful with yourself. You're a young lady. And a detective, as it seems we've all forgotten. I know you are, but consider how violence against women has been on the rise of late. It wouldn't be right for you to wander into town alone, would it? Not when something terrible could happen. That was the last of his point before he turned heel to join Holmes. I mean, kudos to Watson. He's a good friend, lying to Emily's face like that. Hello. Miss Whiteley? Oh, look at me! I'm the top detective of the class, and I'll catch Lupin. You can't tell he's in class with you the same way that Emily doesn't, you pompous asshat. Lupin, how long have you been standing there? The entire time as it happens. And I wanted to say something. You shouldn't go after Lupin. I wasn't of any help to you during that theft. I know I've said it before, but I'm truly sorry. It was one of a string of apologies from him, and his guilt became mine. You have nothing to apologize for, Lupin. If even Pendleton fell victim to one of his tricks, then I doubt many could get the better of him. Lupin inside, going, yeah, I'm that cool. I can't be as bold as Holmes can. I'm not as thoughtful as Watson. I'm useless in every possible meaning of the word. I want to set your standards of me down to 0 so that you don't think that I'm that cool guy. Lupin wasn't one for confidence, but his contempt for an event that was, by all accounts, out of his control was greater than normal. Also, I know he's trying to act like he's out of breath all the time, but him talking is really uncomfy. Like, bro, you aren't doing anything. You're standing. He's trying to act like he's like a weak little guy. I don't want him to think such things. He's far from worthless in my eyes. He just needs someone to lift his spirits a bit. お願いがあるんだけど。You aren't. In truth, there's a favor I should like to ask of you. If there's any request that would give him long due confidence, it'd be asking him to escort me to the scene of the gentleman thief's next crime. Is she gonna pick up on the pattern here? He did respond with vehement reluctance in the beginning, his usual stammering and quivering, but after further explaining, he agreed to join me. 待たせてごめんなさい、ルピン。It's almost like every time we run into Lupin is when Lupin conveniently leaves the scene to go find something he lost. I'm sure there's nothing related to that. I hadn't meant to keep you standing here for so long, Lupin. Sneaking out of the mansion without Pendleton noticing proved to be rather difficult, I must admit.
待たされる分には別にいいんですけど。
Bruh.
ミス・ホワイトリー、ペンデルトンさんに黙ってきちゃったんですか？
I don't mind, but oh dear, you didn't ask Pendleton? 言ったところで、ペンデルトンが許可してくれるとは到底思えないもの。I would gladly ask if you were the type to say yes, but I know well enough that he would forbid it. 大丈夫よ。行き先は書き置きを残してあるわ。I left him a note, of course, telling him where exactly we'll be going. All is well.
道理であんなに厳しい執事さんになるわけですね。
I see now why he's so strict with you. それよりも早く行きましょう。予告のあった伯爵のお屋敷はテムズ川を渡ったセントルークス地区よ。Alright, come, come. The Earl's mansion is near St. Luke's, on the other side of the Thames.
わかりました。もう日も落ちてきたし、急ぎましょう。
Of course. It's getting dark, so we should be quick about it.
予告の時間に間に合わなかったら、いろいろ大変ですし。
If we don't arrive before the declared time, that might pose a bit of a problem. そうね。だから、できるだけ急ぎましょう。ルーピンも道案内をよろしくね。An excellent thought. I shall count on you to show me the way. You know London much better than myself after living here longer. Indeed, he showed distinct familiarity with the streets down to their back alleys. Bit by bit, he navigated through clean or dingy, thin and wide, tall and small areas that would have been incomprehensible to me. Though he moved swiftly, whatever the cleanliness or size, he often turned to me, a glint of concern in his eyes, to see if I was maneuvering with similar speed. The only Phantom Thief shit I want to see out of this is the swerve that she knew the entire time and was luring him into an actual trap out of P5. That would be peak. Local detective waltzes the thief in through the front door of his next target, arrested as an accomplice to his crimes. But it was not without incident. I ain't getting my hopes up. On the other side of the what? I see why he's so strict with you. Pendleton folds for anything Emily says faster than Twy when any attractive woman is on screen. He ain't strict. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Crystal. In a space that was remarkably dirty, remarkably narrow, and remarkably ominous, waited three remarkably frightening men.
へえ、そこの女、いいとこのお嬢様みたいな格好だな。
Well, hello there. You certainly got pretty fast to go with your riches, miss. Yeah, that would be... huge would be. There is a hungriness about him, the wideness of his grin, that struck me with a horrible dread. What color do you want made HQ? Either white or black?
おいおい、メイドの次はお嬢様に手出そうってか？お前も偉くなったもんだな。
My good man, first with that maid, now girl with deep pockets. About time you get with for the finer things. Aye, aye, sir. Thank you. I think we should go another way, Miss Whiteley. Yes, we should. As he turned to exit the alley, so did I.
おっと、ここで会ったのも何かの縁だ。ちょっと俺たちに付き合えよ。
Oh, miss,
まあ、
you can't
野郎
join
に
us
用
for
は
a
ないん
bit
だ
of
けど
fun.
よ。
We don't need no harm.
You gentleman friend get the boot though.
The man balled his fist and sent it to Lupin's cheek, slamming him against the ground before he could realize what was happening. I tried to run to him. Really, I did.
Oh, lady, that's the sort of lingo you wealthy old wise use. Again, be a good girl and come along. So it's like the thugs are trying to speak to me, but I can't tell what they're saying.
I soon pinioned by two of the men, and my arms wrenched to their freedom. Fear became a fragrance in the form of the alcohol and medicine coming from their breaths. I could have choked on it. The more I struggled to break free at the wrists, the tighter the grip upon me felt.
Yikes.
Let me go! Let me go! Lupin! Lupin, get up!
I gotta do this every time. Keep yourself still.
After a short, sharp, plosive sound, I felt a warm ache in my cheek. This ache from being slapped made its way to the back of my head, down my neck, and through my body, paralyzing me.
Miss Whiteley.
心配しなくったって殺しゃしねえよ。ちょっと遊ぶだけなんだから、そうムキになるなって。
Why do they gotta do this? I hate this. Easy, chap. We ain't gonna kill her. We just want a taste of real sweet bill jam. There's no need for your blood to go up on it. I hope they mean that they're gonna steal her money.
しかしお前、ひ弱そうなのに意外と頑丈だな。いいサンドバッグになれるぜ。
You look every bit the sissy, but you tolerate a good thrashing like a man. I should fancy myself a real boxer then.
Whenever Lupin tried to move, he was struck without mercy. He stood, he was struck. He stood again, he was struck again. He did so even when he barely could, and the man, full of wild, horrid energy, knocked him against the ground.
I mean, there needs to be some reason for the love interest to be charming to Emily outside of the more exciting main plot.
Every blow caused my chest to tighten and the breath to be stopped at my throat. Lupin! Stop it! Please, stop hurting him!
How is the Holy Grail located anywhere near where these people would be?
話せとかやめろとかお嬢様は注文が多いな。そんなにお友達が大切か？
You do have a fondness for orders. Let me go, don't hurt the chat. Is that dear?
お願いですから。
What happened?
彼女を離してください。
They got ambushed by some people, I think, that want to kidnap Emily for her money or something. I beg you, let her go, please. The British.
Huh?
Huh? You hear something?
今なんか聞こえたか？
I just came home. Oh, I hate that.
いや、何も。それよりもお嬢様とやろう。早く楽しもうぜ。
I ain't anything. I ain't deaf. So get on with it now. Leave him so we can have a fun with it.
No. When Lupin could no longer move, the third man assisted his comrades. I'd been rooted frozen by a circumstance by which escape was made impossible. They were close, and they drew closer by the second. Just run. I wanted to scream at myself. Just run, run, run! Anywhere's better. But my body was denied movement. The inside of my mind went white. When I felt the touch of fingers against my collar, however, I opened my mouth and cried the loudest scream I could muster.
I can do this all day.
Oh my!
What you... Gut!
なんだよ、一体。
What's up?
And they too cried out ugly groans of agony. I felt the man let go of my collar.
カードだと
Cards? Jesus Christ! My arms are free, but I'd been thrown to the ground. What was this? What happened?
Things Emily should have done 3 seconds into this situation.
The sight of several blood-stained items strewn about the ground caught my attention. Playing cards. To these cards did the men clutch their arms and necks. They now wore thin lines, upon first sight invisible, and in seconds deepening with red as blood tighted to the surface. In this moment, they were focused to one spot.
美しいものを汚すのは最低最悪な行為だ。
There are few crimes worse than that of sullying what is beautiful. Oh shit, he's just gonna let his cover be blown?
They were fixed upon him, expressions bulging in terror, as he now stood unbothered by his injuries. Lupin, conversely, displayed none of his usual meekness or inclination to hesitate. His face was so grim that I nearly thought someone else had come to the scene.
消えろ。
Get out of my sight.
I get what you're talking about. That's Lupin, obviously. The tone was unnatural coming from his mouth, deep and overbearing.
ムキになるなって言ったじゃないか。
What, Tony? There ain't no need for your blood to go up.
やめろ。
Shut up! You're gonna get us killed. Let's get out of here.
So they fled the alley without so much as a final glance. Now only 2 remained.
Lupin.
Lupin, you're... I knew the man who stood before me. His hair was disheveled, his cheeks swollen, and his glare cold. But I saw through those. Only one man would make cards weapons.
Holy shit! She actually realized that he's Lupin!
Only one man would speak of beauty the way he did. Lupin, are you?
Miss Whiteley.
Did they hurt you at all, Miss Whiteley?
He turned so I could no longer see his face. No, I'm alright. But what about you?
Congrats, Emily. You got enough brain cells. Holy shit. Emily's actually kind of competent this route. She's still a little useless, but I mean, that's a universal constant for Emily. I fear I can no longer stay at your side.
君は茨の城の奥に隠された秘密を
I slumbered within my own castle of thorns, you see, and you, Prince Charming, have come to wake me.
棘に傷つく君を見
Yet I
た
don't wish to see you hurt by those thorns. Farewell, Emily.
Wait! Wait! Lupin! Only one man would do this. Who? Card man. What?
Yeah, sure. Whatever, Emily.
He behaved as though I never said anything. My shouting became in vain as he disappeared into the evening.
But hey, I can respect Lupin for blowing his cover to help a friend, yeah.
I was now alone, left behind with only my heart to race, and mine to run rampant. The friend I adored and the enigma with whom I held a grudge were one and the same. How could the Lupin I've been schoolmates with? How could he be the gentleman thief?
Kinda competent. Whoa there, let's not oversell. Kinda in bold.
There's little more I could do but watch where he last stood.
Man, Holmes fucking sucks. She got Lupin to catch himself for her. Luckily that she hired those thugs earlier. This is all a ruse to catch Lupin.
Night arrived. Lupin, just for his work, stood with a man who knew both of his faces. This is no antagonist, but in some manner, both an irritant and a fellow he trusted wholeheartedly.
それで、なんだそのざまは?
Well, care to provide an explanation?
Oh, thank you for the head pats. Oh, my thing not going? Isn't my thing going? Oh, it's because I did that, right? Oops.
There we go.
パパは女性には誠実であれ
A
とは
woman,
教
as
え
I has taught you, ought to be treated with the utmost sincerity, yes. But some secrets are best left unsaid.
父さん、開口一番にお説教
Oh,
は
it's
やめてくれ。
Arsene. I am in no mood for one of your lectures tonight, Papa. In Lupin's possession was a golden cup of his declaration. Ah, he unbunnied himself. Even Ellie is against me now. No! I'm sorry, Crystal.
自分の秘密よりも
But
レデ
I
ィを優
must
先する
admit,
なんてな。
you've chosen the girl of your most
お
secret
前
of
はナイ
secrets.
トにでもなっ
Have you
たつ
taken
も
to
りか。
becoming her knight in shining armor? Did he steal the Holy Grail off screen? Yup.
僕はこれでも
No, in
あ
my
なた
own
の
way,
血を受
I'm
け継
still
ぐ
a
怪盗
gentleman
なん
thief
だけど
with your blood. I'm back. What did I miss? Well, Lupin blew his cover to protect Emily, and he just stole the Holy Grail, and he's talking to his dad, Arsene.
じゃあ怪盗のお前に
And
尋
then I
ね
have a
よう。
question for you, thief.
なぜ
Why did
女
you
王陛
return
下
the
の肖
portrait?
像画を送り返したんだ。
Elliot, don't you
何が
dare
狙い
steal my cake. No!
何か父さんのお
Is
気
there a
に召さ
problem
ない
with
こ
me
とでも
doing so?
パパはお前に
Must
盗み
my
のすべ
lessons
てを
be
叩
for
き込ん
nothing?
だ。
Well, in my world of
それを台無しにする気か？
thievery, did I hint at returns? Okay, I think this will be our stopping point for today. We did some oh, excuse me, some decent progress for Mysteria. I'm gonna go on. Oh wait, what is this? Woman. I'm gonna go into VRB to go and finish off my sandwich, and when I'm done, we will play today's I the Somnium Files, right? Pretty sure it was I Somnium Files Day. Yes, I'll be back with some I Somnium Files in just a bit. I'm always saying this. Women. See y'all in a bit.